Gruesome video shows Israeli forces extract dead Palestinian with bulldozer.
Here's a summary of the article.
Gruesome videos shared online show the body of the deceased Palestinian man hanging from the bulldozer after he was shot dead along the Gaza-Israeli border. Israel's military claim the man was suspected of placing a bomb near the Gaza border, where hundreds of Palestinian protesters have in recent years been killed by excessive Israeli force. Hawkish Israeli Defense Minister Naftali Bennett has pursued a policy of retaining the bodies of militants from Gaza as bargaining chips to pressure Hamas, the Islamist group that controls the Palestinian enclave, which has been holding the bodies of 2 Israeli soldiers since 2014. The killing comes just a day after Israeli forces shot and killed a Palestinian man in Jerusalem's annexed Old City on Saturday after he allegedly approached officers posted near one of the gates armed with a knife, police said. Last week reports suggested, a 9-year-old Palestinian boy would lose his eye after he was shot by Israeli forces outside a refugee camp in occupied East Jerusalem. Malek Issa was shot by Israeli forces while walking home from school on Saturday in a Sawiya neighborhood of the occupied city. Israeli forces detained 3 Palestinians teenagers in East Jerusalem's Silwan neighborhood.
This post received a score of 6,687, with an upvote ratio of 85%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Title is kind of misleading considering IJ confirmed he was a militant in their org.
Hawkish Israeli Defense Minister Naftali Bennett has pursued a policy of retaining the bodies of militants from Gaza as bargaining chips to pressure Hamas, the Islamist group that controls the Palestinian enclave, which has been holding the bodies of 2 Israeli soldiers since 2014. Hamas shouldn't be doing that, obviously, but isn't deliberately preventing burial rites from being observed a war crime? Edit, yes.
Well, Israel is already under a few war crimes investigations. One more is nothing to them.
The guy was placing explosives and got killed. If I was asked to move his body, you can bet your ass I would use a bulldozer, not risking being blown to pieces by IEDs.
Don't be silly. Obviously moving a suicide bomber's body is much more gruesome than trying to kill civilians with bombs.
Greater than don't be silly. Obviously moving a suicide bomber's body is much more gruesome than trying to kill civilians with bombs. The guy they're all freaking out about was an Islamic terrorist from Palestinian Islamic Jihad. Islamic fucking Jihad for fuck's sakes.
That doesn't make him or any other of the people brainwashed by their local nationalism or religion any less human. I don't really care about a dead body, but it sets a bad precedent by piling onto the list of other attempts to dehumanize Palestinians, thereby perpetuating the cycle of violence. A terrorist org could easily use this to convince more desperate men to join their cause.
People are outraged on here, but do we know why this man was killed? Someone else posted he was trying to place a bomb and could potentially have had on a suicide vest. Can anyone verify that? If that was the case, then using a bulldozer to move the body makes sense. I'm not risking my neck to throw a corpse in a van when it could be set to blow.
Look, the point here is to take the bait as hard as possible and to be appalled by the bad guy, not to actually check the facts, so please let us. Edit, wording.
It's there in the article also. Israel does bad shit, but it's no secret terrorists try to pull off this and similar shit all the time. Or just run into Israeli homes and stab little girls while they sleep. Guys was praised as a martyr and defender of Jerusalem and mosque.
I cannot believe that uninformed people in Western countries are believing terrorists' lies.
The site name is obvious Arab propaganda. You don't even need to be well versed in the conflict to realize that Arab news will always have an extreme anti-Israel slant.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.